Hi, it's me, creator of this show.
And we're watching it.
Perhaps you should introduce yourself.
I'm a hero!
Right, then what do you do for the show?
I masturbate.
Right. So anyway, we're doing commentary for this first episode here, Moose Busters. You know, this scene really shows the character that...
You can see how I'm holding this hand. It shows my character. And if you look closely at our hands, we're masturbating.
Yeah, we're actually doing that in every scene, pretty much.
Oh yes, but you must notice.
Do-do-do. How terribly unprofessional, Arrow. Just leaving your MSN on. I'm sure people watching it right now go, oh, I get a message. Oh, that wasn't the thing.
So did you see how your arm was like backwards?
Backwards?
Your arm was backwards.
Arrow just loves to point out all the flaws and rub them in my face. The biggest flaw in this episode is Rick Dawson. Right. He really messed things up.
And that was Gerwin. He recorded that fart right on the spot.
So what are we seeing here?
Our bed squeaking.
Yeah, this was your idea, sort of. I came up with the cannot play with. A lot of people don't know what he's saying there. I'm getting all these messages. I mean, haven't they heard the Iron Maiden song? It's like...
Well, that's because they're African.
90% of the people who watch our show are African.
I'm just kidding. I love you, African people.
This is one of the worst scenes.
You can tell I was mad right there. You could tell.
Oh, there's the moose.
By the look at.
You were more annoyed with me, which is actually pretty rare. But this moose, he's I think voiced by me at this point, and later on it's Rick Dawson all of a sudden, and nobody noticed. Well, as far as I know, it's an African thing.
I know.
No, Africans have never seen a penguin in their lives.
There's Gerwin's mom.
There are a lot of relatives.
Family members everywhere.
The penguin is a big thing because you can see their ding-dongs. Like a lot of people ask me, why can you see their thingies? Well, no, there's a scene where a cloud creeps out a piece of bacon, and no one's asking about that. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that cloud just cracked out a piece of bacon. Nothing weird about that. Also, I was just thinking that penguins are going to get their own show.
No! Gerwin just had the penguin fetish. Jazmik.
You're going to see a lot of the penguins in upcoming episodes. Here we have Rick Dawson. You can really tell he put some effort in his work. Whoa. What's going on? Because
Where were you?
I'm lost.
Today.
Oh, is that where we are now?
Where were you on the now of Earth? Now! That's what's going on.
This wasn't all in the script.
Face! And there's you. You can tell you were angry in that part because you had a little vein pop.
I was pissed off here.
I know.
That's what the show is about. Your
vein was popping. It must have meant you were angry.
I sounded like Benkutsu in that part. Who actually voiced that part?
Pescutski. Look, you're letting that moose take off with me.
I didn't know it was a moose at that point, you know? It was disguised really well.
I know, but I mean, look, you let me run off with a moose to go look at Play Moose when I was like, stupid rapist moose. I
don't know what I was thinking.
I know what that squirrel was thinking.
Did I leave the gas on? Rick Dawson came up with this. That squirrel's gonna pop up whenever I think a joke sucks.
Valtrex for your penis.
Moose penis. This is where things get really dumb.
You can tell because Rick Dawson was in there.
Ugh. He voiced way too many characters. The hell's this all about?
That was poorly cropped, by the way.
No effort whatsoever in that.
That was a beautiful voice acting moment. I could never do that.
Yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he? Forget all we said about Rick Dawson. He's awesome. But this is like the ending. This is so uninspired. I think it was just getting too long.
The end.
That was it.
So, Gerwin, tell us about this ending. Why is your hair white? And why my hair black?
This was supposed to be like, we were gonna be dressed up like some band at the end of each episode. And here were My Chemical Romance in their black parade outfits. I'm Gerard Way here. But it never lasted. We never did it in any other episode.
Then why didn't you go on with it, Gerwin?
Well, we ran out of bands.
We did Adamant.
We wanted Adam and
You made
and
no.
I just thought it was really dumb. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Probably didn't, but we'll be back with more episodes soon. And you know, Arrow, I just have to say you're doing a really great job at what you do.
Really?
You just did a really great job.
I've never been told that by anybody I ever worked for. Except for Laura, but
She's on crack.
that's pretty much the only other person I worked for, so.
Really? Not even the guys who wanted you to do the coffee commercial? That's insane. Well, we should go now. The episode is over. Start talking about the episode when it's done.
I know, it's like going after the
show. Now let's talk about it.
Now let's talk about it.
So, that concludes this commentary.
Commentary that lasts for like 5 minutes and was kind of like really pointless.
We'll see you later. You kids do it safe.
Mwah! I love you, Slothy. And Gerwin loves? I don't know. Who do you love?
You can go there. You really can. Okay, this is the end of the commentary.